So first off, Sean, just to kind of jump right into it, not to get too existential on you, but who is Sean Legacy?
Sean Legacy is someone that, that everyone can relate to something like this. Sean Legacy is someone that has been told countless of times that he wouldn't make it in this business. I have personally been told to my face 1 year in wrestling that Sean Legacy would never be a name. I have had family members uh, think that I'm just doing this for fun. So I've had people tell me to always have a backup plan. And I don't, when you're chasing a goal, I don't believe in backup plans because here's the thing with having a backup plan is some people when they're chasing a goal, when they get into failing at something, especially the first time, they start leaning towards the backup plan. And then once they start failing multiple times, then there goes the dream, and here's the backup plan. So now the backup plan replaces it. So not only are you chasing a dream, but you have a backup plan. But here's the thing with a backup plan: there's plan C, because now you're hating this one. So now it's this one. So it's just going to keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going until you get to plan Z. Um, but yeah, man, Sean Legacy is someone that's just you could point at him, you could say you're not gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it, man. Sean Legacy is someone that takes no, that does not take no.
I mean, I think that's the only way you can live through life, right? You just never know what's going to happen. If you give up too quick, then you never know, right?
Yeah.
So for me, when it came to wrestling, 80s and 90s were the heyday. That's when I was really into it, the Attitude Era. I personally was a big Razor Ramon fan,
Mhm.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. Who were some of your influences, and what kind of drew you to the people over others?
So the first person, which is kind of like me, is John Cena. He always preaches the thing. He always wears the shirt saying "Never give up." So John Cena's the first one, man, that he really got me really hooked to wrestling. I watched wrestling when I was really little. My dad watched it and he introduced me to it. And the first wrestler I saw was Rey Mysterio, and I liked him. The only thing I could relate to him though was because I didn't understand wrestling, but he was tiny and tiny. So I was like, oh, okay, so small people can make it in wrestling. I was like, I like him. I like him. But as I got older and as I started getting it, it's slowly, not slowly, it went straight into John Cena because I like John Cena a lot. But yeah, man, just what John Cena's message is in his promos about never giving up and giving it your all. I like that kind of stuff.
I think when you see you perform in the ring, you can really see that influence of Rey Mysterio Jr. That high flying style. And I think when you see that in the ring, I think most people kind of understand that, when it comes to wrestling, like the athleticism is kind of, notionally you can kind of figure it out, right? Eat right, dedication, hard work, discipline, nutrition, exercise, natural born athletic ability. But I think what people may not really think too much about is the performance aspect. So between promos and kind of building your in-ring persona, I mean, down to the theme music and the ring attire you wear, just the charisma of it all. Can you kind of walk us through your creative process and how important you think that's been to your success thus far?
Yeah, man, that's been very important. When it gets to charisma, this just might be the different flavors of ice cream thing, but when it gets to charisma, I feel like that there's really no working on it. You're either born with it or you're not. And man, being charismatic, especially in wrestling, that can get you far. That can get you far. So, but man, yeah, dude, with the theme song and stuff like that and promos, man, it's very all of that's very important, especially getting a good theme song. I just changed my theme song not too long ago for Evolve, and I love it so much more. So much more. It's so hard to feel it because you really got to feel it in that theme song. It helps you if I don't like a theme song, it's hard for me to really get into my zone and in the groove. And now I just feel stiff, and now I just feel like I have to just walk out. But if I'm really feeling the song and I'm feeling the really good one, then I'm out there and I'm feeling it. I'm feeling nice and loose. And then when the crowd sees it, they're going to get more behind me because like, oh, he's having fun. He's enjoying this. He likes this. I like it. As in just walking in, they'll say, oh, he's nervous or something like that. He's not feeling it. He might be a bad guy. because man, that body mannerism is very important walking in it. But and the promos and stuff, man, it's also important. Um, I sometimes write my promos down, or sometimes, man, when you're taking a shower, I'll do promos in the shower.
Yeah, I remember doing that when I was a kid, even. So yeah,
Yeah, yep.
absolutely. So it's fun. We talked about theme music, and you mentioned John Cena and the creative process. And that kind of leads to my next question pretty perfectly. A few years ago, you went viral for your entry at Dragon Con 2022. You came in and reenacted the opening theme, the opening dance to Peacemaker. Even got a retweet by James Gunn, got a lot of love online. How did that idea just come about? Do you have any other, we are a movie website after all. Do you have any other similar videos that people ought to check out?
Yes, so that is at Dragon Con Wrestling. That Dragon Con Wrestling is only a once a year promotion. And what it is Dragon Con Wrestling opens up Dragon Con, which is a giant Comic Con thing, basically. And so we get like thousands of fans, and thousands of them are not wrestling fans. So it's just a bunch of nerds like me just wanting to see some kind of action. So what I like to do, the first time I went there, me and a buddy of mine, Wade Adams, who we always wrestle each other at these, but we always dress up differently. So the first one, I was an elf, he was Santa, and it was Santa versus an elf. And the next one was, I think the one after that, it was Peace. Yeah, the next one was Peacemaker. Yeah, I did Peacemaker. He was a butterfly. The one after that, I was Bowser. He was Mario. And the one last year, we did. I was Wolverine. He was Deadpool.
Perfect. Are those? Can you find those online? Are those on your Instagram page?
Yeah, yeah, those are on my Instagram. Also Dragon Con Wrestling,
Okay.
also Instagram, and they're posting all the videos there too. So, but the Peacemaker one is by far my favorite one, not only because James Gunn retweeted it, but just because of all the attention it got only from the dance. I rehearsed that dance so many more times than I did that match.
Well, it's funny. Like I remember when it went viral, and it was before you and I met, and I didn't even know it was you. So like when we got to meet, I was like, oh, it's you. It's the guy. It's the guy. So I thought it was super cool when it came out the first time, and then like 2 years later, it was even cooler. So
Yeah.
super awesome. So let's kind of change gears a little bit. Talk a little bit about your journey.
Mhm.
For those that don't know, what is WWE ID, and kind of walk us through how you've gotten to this point, and like that moment when you found out that you were selected.
Yeah, man. So what WWE ID is, it's new. Um, it's basically them supporting you and helping you branch your name out even more around the entire world, on the indies. So whatever I get paid X amount of money, they say, hey, here you go. We want to help you with your travel. We want to help you with like a hotel or something like that. Because man, that's the thing with wrestling, especially indie wrestling. The only way to get known is you got to branch yourself out there. So that's what WWE ID is mainly about. But also, man, we get to go to the Performance Center in Orlando and get to train there, and we get to learn their ways. And when we learn their ways, we're allowed to bring it back on the indies and show the indie wrestlers that maybe their dream is to be in WWE. Like, hey, they're looking for this. Get away from this. Start doing this. This is the stuff they're looking at. So just in case if you get an opportunity like I did, how I got picked for the WWE ID was 2 years ago. I did a pro wrestling Noah tryout. It's a company in Japan, and it was in San Jose, California, and it was $500 to do this tryout. So not only was it $500 to do this tryout, but I had to pay for my plane ticket to get to San Jose. That was 900 something dollars. Then I had to get a hotel, which was like 300 something dollars, and then I had to buy a rental. So I almost spent like 2 grand on this tryout. And there's a wrestler up there named Marufuji. Um, and he was one of the judges. Well, Gabe Sapolsky, who kind of runs the video ID program, but we didn't know back then. But he was there, and he was just scouting out talent. And I did a tryout, and I got picked out of 40 people. And then Gabe was like, "Hey, let me have your email and stuff like that, and just send me some of your matches, and we'll just keep in touch." Well, that's what I did. And then a couple months later, he gave me a call, and I was actually in Germany.
Okay.
Yeah, I was actually in Germany at the time when he called me and told me about everything, about the ID stuff, and I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." So then it got announced when I was in Germany, and man, it's crazy. I feel like it got announced like a year ago, but it's only been like 5 or 6 months. Yeah, 5 or 6 months, and it's moving quick. It's moving quick, man. It's crazy.
I mean, I have no doubt. I mean, just from when I first heard that you got selected to, just some of the stuff I've seen here recently on you on Evolve and X, it seems like it's
Yeah,
lightning flash.
yeah. I was talking to somebody about it. Let's see, what's today? What's today? Thursday? Thursday, yeah. I was talking to somebody about it like 2 days ago when I was on NXT, and they were like, how are you enjoying it? And I told them, I was like, it's going by fast. It's going by so fast. It's crazy. I was not expecting to. I wasn't told anything about Evolve when I signed or being on NXT. The only thing I was really told, all of us that are ID prospects, the only thing we were really told was WWE is going to give you money to help you branch out. That's basically what it is. That's basically what it was. It's basically so like we can get our names out more in the indies and we get to have that little logo, the WWE ID logo. So that was really it. But man, now a bunch of other stuff, Evolve. Some of us keep being picked on NXT. Now it's going by quick.
I mean,
So, but
it's been fun to watch. I can't imagine what it's like to live it. Um,
yeah, it's awesome. That's
with, with,
great.
with that in mind, what's been maybe the most surreal moment you've had so far?
When I won that triple threat
Yeah.
on a couple weeks ago, that was very surreal. That was awesome. That still feels surreal, honestly. But yeah, when I won that, it was like, wow, like here it is. This is it. Like I didn't win that on accident, like that. Like yeah, I won that because there's a reason. So I'm excited.
So for those who don't know, 2 weeks ago, Sean won a triple threat match on Next against Javon Evans and Ashante Adonis.
Hmm.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but that means you earned a title shot for the Next North American Championship belt, right?
Yeah. So I am not officially signed to NXT. I am just on a WWE ID program, a WWE ID prospect. So I'm legit not officially signed to NXT. So the fact that I'm the first guy on the ID program to get a win on NXT, and now this coming Tuesday, I have an NXT North American Championship match against there's a fatal four way happening this Saturday. Worlds collide on in LA, and it's Ethan Page, who's the current champion, Javon Evans, Laredo Kid, and Ray Phoenix. And whoever wins that, I get to face Tuesday on NXT. So, and man, if I win that without me being signed, I hope I'm signed right afterwards. Then, because
So
that
is the match on Tuesday, or does it actually air on Tuesday?
it airs on
Oh, it's
Tuesday.
live. Okay.
It's live. Yeah, NXT is live.
Okay.
NXT Collide is live. Evolve is taped.
And lastly, looking more long term, what does the future hold for Sean Legacy? Super
Man,
Sean Legacy.
yeah, man. You know, just honestly, just to be the best, man. I really do. I really want to be the best at this, and like, in order for that is like, can't give up, man. Can't stop. Gotta. Even though I've been getting some success here recently, success is a moment, not a destination, man. The work doesn't stop. It keeps on going, keeps on going. But man, hopefully I'm on the main roster soon, I really do. Like there's Evolve, there's the ID program, there's Evolve, there's NXT, and then there's the main roster on Raw and SmackDown. So that's definitely the goal for that. But right now, man, it's trying to get signed to NXT,
Yeah.
which hopefully happens soon.
Well, I tell you what, man, we are all pulling for you. I wish you nothing but the best. Uh, Good luck to you.
I
And
appreciate it.
thanks for joining us. And maybe we'll talk to you later once you get that belt.
Yeah, yes, sir.
All right, man. Take it easy.
All right, dude.